I'm really enthusiastic to share the new website that we are building at Prison Professors. So there's quite a few people on our team that is helping us with this. And the reason that we've been working on it so long is that we know a lot of people are getting trapped into government investigations and later come into the criminal justice system, and they really don't know how to respond or steps that they can take to position themselves for a really good outcome. My name is Michael Santos. I was in prison for 26 years. You can find my story at the bottom of any of these pages by just clicking here, and you will kind of see this timeline of how it all began from the time I was growing up in Seattle with there's my good friend and a business partner of mine, Rich, to the time I got arrested in 1987. You can see the degrees that I earned while I was in prison. You can see the pathway that I took during my first decade of working to get university degrees. You can and building businesses while I was in prison. You can see how I got married while I was in prison, how I began publishing books that I used to launch my career. You can see when I got out or transitioned from a prison to a halfway house. You can see the career that I have built since I have come home. And so all of that information is available just really to show, hey, I've been where you are. I know the pathway to make it through. You can look at testimonial links and all of this, of course, if you click on any of these and they start back from the very beginning when I was in jail. You can read a little bit about it and see reviews of books that I wrote. This was done, I was still at Lompoc Federal Prison at the time. But all of these are actual links that take you to specific articles that will give, I hope that they will give you hope that regardless of the challenges you're going through right now, you can work towards something better. But this is also kind of a business development tool that we create, and I use this as a sample to show people what you can create if you pursue a methodical plan. And that methodical plan for most of the people that come into our system really starts by preparing for the best possible sentence, working on a mitigation strategy, working on character reference programs, working on interactive mastermind courses, or so on and so forth. We have a consulting service where we have mitigation experts that are available to help, and we have a lot of books, and these books will really help people understand the entire journey. So the goal is to provide people with free content, that they can access just by going to our services and reading about, if they want to read about mitigation, they can learn about how the process works from any of these free assets that we offer. They can click on all of these links on the side that provide case studies and interviews with judges and people who have done well. There's a tremendous amount of free content here for anybody who wants to spend the time, whether they are preparing for mitigation at sentencing, whether they are preparing for prison, whether they want to focus on building a stronger reputation and using their time to recalibrate their life. This shows you that I'm authentic when I say that we never ask anybody to do anything that we're not doing, and I show you how I did it. Like, you can go back and say, well, in 1990, I was very early in my prison journey, in my third year, and that was when I published this book, Drugs and Money, which of course led to many other books later. But you can read all about that, and I provide the backup documentation. So I'm not somebody who just talks about it. I'm somebody who's actually done it. And I want to show you, more importantly, how you can do it too. This is really about you. It's not about anything that I did or anybody on our team did. It's about seeing what can you do. What is the best possible outcome for you? How do you recalibrate your life and begin working toward something better? Well, this tells you that story. So if you go up to, I can go down to the bottom, and I think there's an opportunity here for me to go back to the top. If you go into the services section, you can see these different areas. One of the big areas that I'm really building right now is government investigations, and that means we're really going after businesses across America to try and show them how easily they can get trapped into a government investigation, regardless of what happens on this election. I'm filming this the day after Election Day. It's November the 4th, 2020. And I like to quote this sentence from President Reagan, who told us that the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are that I am with the government and I am here to help. Well, the reality, unfortunately, for many Americans is when government officials come to talk to you, it is a conversation that can frequently lead to enormous legal expenses. And for many, it could lead to potential the loss of liberty for these types of white collar crimes that people may be committing without even their knowledge. And I profile a lot of the people with whom I've interacted, or our team has interacted, whether it's CEOs of businesses, physicians, whether it's business owners, whether it is law enforcement officials, it is former publicly elected officials or elected public officials, all kinds of people who get trapped into this system. Well, we want those people to know the different options that are available to them. And so we offer all of this free information. And we've got a pretty diverse team that includes, technology experts, educators, former lawyers. Carlos used to work for Senator McCain, and he led a civil investigation unit, I guess. He collaborated with the Federal Trade Commission and consumer protection agencies writing code, but before he got into his own government investigation, which led him to, now being a contributor to Prison Professors. We've got Lawrence Hartman, a former securities lawyer, graduate of Columbia Law School, Jim Lyon, who led a very successful engineering government contracting company. He's an engineer, civil engineer, and has a lot of experience in government contracting. We've got Sam Mangles, a former CEO. We've got my Mohammed Munir, who's a graduate of Harvard, MBA, had some challenges. We got my partner Justin Paperny, who's a former finance guy who got into trouble and has been working ever since we were together in prison to counsel white collar guys who go into the system. Dr. Greg Petty, a former physician who has some challenges with healthcare fraud. Juan Ribas, a former CEO of insurance companies. Travis Ritchie, hedge funds and private equity. Bradley Rouse, Harvard graduate. We've just got quite a few people here. Joel Zwag is a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania, law degree from Fordham. These are guys that have a depth and breadth of experience. We invite others to join our team. If you've got a skill set that can help people who are going into the system or help people avoid going into the system, we want to work with you, and we'd love it if you'd contact us. But doing all of this, it's important how it happens. So one of the first things you can do is on our homepage, you can just download our brochure. And when you do it, you can just type in your name, and there's a process that takes place. So since I'm already in this process, I think I got to use an address, that I haven't used before. But I just want to show you this process because we build these for other people as well. That's, kind of our business development program as well. So I'm going to enter that Gmail address. I'm going to say, I'm interested in consulting. I'm interested in government investigations. I'm interested in restoring my reputation. Okay. And then watch what's going to happen. I'll say, send me a brochure. And because we want to make sure that anybody who's opting in understands, hey, we're not going to spam you. We want to make sure that you want to receive our information. We use this technique called a double opt-in. So as soon as as soon as somebody clicks, I send them an email that says, hey, we're grateful for your interest in Prison Professors. You submitted a response to one of our forums, and we want to provide you with the information you requested. Please click the link before to confirm that you want to receive our information. See, that's called a double opt-in. Of course, you can cancel anytime. Anytime we send you an email, there's going to be an information that you can cancel. But then when you confirm, you go to this very simple thank you page, and on this thank you page, boom, you can get this brochure. And that brochure describes all of the different pricing and the services that we offer. They have links. It has links to different areas within the brochure. If I clicked it, you would go down to this area, right? So there are, it's just a way that we try to help people understand who we are, what we do, how we help, and how we do it without, asking for any money. This is our free information here. You can go to our YouTube channel. Where we have more than 700 videos published. That's my partner and I. We publish videos every day, or certainly we try to. And there's no way you could go through all of these videos. There's so much content. Hopefully, what we're trying to do in showing you all of these videos is that regardless of what challenge you're going through right now, there's always a pathway that you can pursue to make a better life for yourself. And if you don't have time to watch videos, if you don't have time to read, but you're driving down the road, you might want to click this link, which is at the top of all of our pages, and that will take you to one of our podcasting platforms on iTunes. We've got, on this particular platform, I have more than 150 episodes. We have another one called Earning Freedom, where there is, hundreds and hundreds. I think altogether we have more than 500 podcasts. And the reason we do that is because we really want to help people understand that, regardless of where you are right now, you can begin working toward a better outcome, and we want to help you get there. So this is our information here. I hope that you will take the step of joining our community. If you do, you'll receive a series of emails over the next week or so you can get to know us. I think this article right here kind of tells you what those emails are about, because it's very difficult to be in a situation where you're either facing a government investigation, or you are facing a sentencing hearing, or you're facing time in prison, or you have a loved one in prison. Well, we want to show you best practices to get the information that you need. And so I just wanted to film this really simple video so that you can get to know it. If you go through this process, you'll be reached out to. Our partner, Sam, will reach out to you. It's another thing that we build. I can actually show you that. They can come in. Oh no, I guess I can't show you that because it's going to have personal information of other people. But they'll go into a CRM. If you click this information right here, you're going to give us your email address or your phone number if you'd like, and somebody from our team will contact you. Of course, I think you can go to the bottom here and see there is not a phone number. I think I'm going to put Sam's phone number on the bottom of this page, or probably I guess the best way to do it is for somebody just to put their information, and then we'll reach out. But we monitor the site 7 days a week, and we're always here to help, and we hope that we can help you. Thank you.